Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. Continuing my 4-week adventure in Thailand, I travelled next to the islands of Koh Chang and Koh Lanta. I had previously visited Koh Chang the year before, but it was my first trip to Koh Lanta. Although both islands are very laid back, they both have their own individual charm. If you have visited both islands, feel free to post a comment to say which you prefer. It's a close call, but I'll reveal my own favourite at the end of the video.
I've arrived at the ferry port that will take me over to the island of Koh Chang. Now coming into view is the island of Koh Chang. And as the island says, welcome to Koh Chang. Heading for the Koh Chang Resort Hotel, where I stayed a little over a year ago. Booked in at reception, and I've got a room on the 3rd floor of the main building, and quite a nice towel arrangement there on the bed. Usual TV and fridge, and a fairly large wardrobe, and the room does have a balcony. You can see some of the chalet rooms below. And there is a swimming pool as well. And as for the price, I paid 1,500 baht per night, which is just under £30, which is slightly more expensive than some of the hotels in Thailand, but it is extremely good value for money. I stayed here just over a year ago and enjoyed my stay immensely. Tonight I'm dining at the Paradise Hotel, which I know very well. I stayed at this hotel as well last year. They have music in the evenings, but the music is finished for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow night though. But I've ordered up some vegetable spring rolls, and for the main course I've chosen to have a massaman curry, a chicken curry with some steamed rice. Monday the 18th of March, and I'm back on a hotel, and I'm heading a place further around the island called Lonely Beach, which I visited before. I visited it last year. I'm on the way down to the beach now, and this part of the journey is very windy and uphill and down dale, as they say. Whoa, look at this hairpin. Whoa! Oh my god. Oh. How exciting. And this is Lonely Beach. Back in the day, Lonely Beach was a place where hippie backpackers used to come to. And with the relaxation of the cannabis rules, it's becoming popular once again. So maybe not so lonely after all. Well, that was a lovely swim. I was out there for quite some time. Once you're in the water, you just don't want to come out. Never ceases to amaze me just how hot the sea is anywhere in Thailand. It's like getting into a hot bath at home. And if you prefer to lay or sit in the shade, there's plenty of opportunity with many trees along the shoreline. Looks like one of the boat trips. It's just dropping anchor. There are other boat trips that go out to the other islands, such as Koh Chang. And it's just turned 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I think it's beer o'clock, so I'm going to have a beer in one of the bars here and walk into the town, which is about a 5-minute walk away. Well, I've just come back off the beach to this quiet little street. There's some bars down here, some are open, some are not, but I found a bar which was open. The owner was a guy called Sui, and my intention was to stop for 1 beer, but finished up having 3 beers. Really good time, really good music. There are some lovely sunsets here, and I may stay to see the sunset later on. Right, so I've headed back from the beach now, and I'm heading to a viewpoint which I saw on the way in on the taxi. I'm hoping to walk there, although it is quite a long walk, but hopefully I'll either get there or get a taxi halfway there. And this is the view from the viewpoint. There's a little sign there saying which islands are which as you look out to sea. But I intend to hang around here for a while, because sunset isn't too far away, I don't think. So hopefully I can get some good shots of the sunset. Okay, so the last time I came to this viewpoint was just part of a round the island tour, and there was only chance for a 5-minute photo shoot. But what I like about just getting around as a single traveller is that you can hop on a taxi, song tau or a tuk-tuk, and you can spend as long or as little as you like at these wonderful places. Hello, little fella. As I rather thought, there's more than one monkey in the area. I think there's several in the trees behind me, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to be the best night for the sunset. It is a little bit hazy, a little bit cloudy on the horizon. When I was here last year I saw the best sunset that I've ever seen in my life, but not the case this time. Well, I didn't see these two little chaps at first, but if nothing else, I've seen 1 or 2 monkeys. So heading back now to the bar where I was at last night. There is some live music there tonight, and maybe I'll muscle in, try and do 1 or 2 songs myself. Interesting accommodation name there. Just going through the actual town of Lonely Beach. It's about a half an hour walk, or about 10-minute taxi ride from the actual beach. So if you ever want to make your way to this bar, it's called the Sarding Cocktail Bar.
The following morning I booked a seat on a minivan service to take me from Koh Chang back to Bangkok to book and catch a flight to Krabi Airport, which is very close to the island of Koh Lanta.
Quite an easy transfer. paid £30, which may seem a little bit expensive, but bear in mind that I'm in a minivan which goes across with the ferry. I don't have to make my own way to the mainland again. And from there, that's quite a very long journey to Bangkok. It's around about 6 hours, which, all things considered, £30 price seems quite reasonable. I was picked up at the hotel at 9:20, so we should get to the airport round about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I guess. At 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I've eventually settled in to my own private chalet, number A13, at the Nature Beach Resort Hotel. The standard double rooms were all fully booked, so I've had to book a family room which contains a single bed and a double. The price was quite expensive, but the receptionist gave me a 20% discount anyway, which has now worked out to being £30 a night. Here's the bathroom with a walk-in shower unit. The room comes equipped with a fridge, TV, coffee making facilities and a decent sized wardrobe. Timber interior, and of course it does come with AC unit as well. Time now then to have a look around and have a beer or two. There are 1 or 2 rocks in the sea, but I think they can be avoided. Breakfast isn't included at this hotel, but this is the bar and breakfast room. The hotel reception is by the beach, and right opposite there's this lovely little swimming pool. I'm currently at Koh Lanta, and swimming here isn't too good. There's a few rocks out into the sea. I'm not one for motorbikes, but if you want to fill up your tank, that's where you go. I found a tuk-tuk and I'm going to go to another beach called Hua Hin beach. The reason I've come to this beach is that, according to Google at least, there are no rocks and it's perfectly safe for swimming. Yesterday I got into a little bit of difficulty out to sea. I found some rocks which I was not expecting, but I think this is much safer for swimming. As soon as I find a beach, I find a beach bar. Very handy, considering that I haven't had any breakfast yet. So I've ordered a ham and cheese toastie and a beer. Hua Beach. Back at the beach bar now. I've had a swim, really long swim, and I've decided to have a fresh coconut. Leaving Hua Beach now, going back to Koh Lanta. So how about this? Having a beer on Koh Lanta Beach with quite a nice sunset. Don't come a lot better, does it? Sea has got a little rougher, but nevertheless a really glorious sunset there. There's no doubt about it, the Nature Beach Resort Hotel must have the best beach bar along the whole beach. Friday the 22nd of March, and my driver Lau is taking me to the Lighthouse, quite a famous landmark on the island. It's another scorching hot day as well. I'm actually sitting up front with the driver instead of in the back, which is much more comfortable, of course. And I've arrived now at the Koh Lanta National Park. The area contains the lighthouse, but it also is a park area where there's viewpoints and other items of interest. I've got 2 hours here before Lau, the driver, picks me up again. And there's my first view of the lighthouse. So this is the start of the ascent up to the lighthouse. Not quite sure if I'm going to make it to the top, but I'll give it a go anyway. And there is the lighthouse in all its glory. Could do with some work done on it, I think, but there it is. This is the view in one direction. And there's the lovely view in the opposite direction. This then is the park area at the back of the beach. And there is a walk into the woods. Final stop of the day, and I'm chilling out at Koh Chang beach, having a beer in a Caribbean bar, reggae music. I'm sure that's the Jamaican flag flying. But there's loads of rocks out into the sea, and I'm not sure if this is the best beach to come to if you want a really good swim. I don't quite know what the guy is smoking here, but he seems quite happy. But I've politely declined. Good man. And so this is Koh Chang beach. It's really quite picturesque in actual fact. But it does have a bit of a snag because right the way along the beach there's these rocks by the water's edge. I have been told by the guy at the bar that once you walk past the rocks you come to some more sandy beaches, but I don't know, I'm not quite so sure about that. There is an area just here which doesn't look quite so bad. People are in the water there. There's plenty of beach bars on this resort. Right, so I'm in the back of the tuk-tuk again now, heading back to the hotel. One way or another, I'll get you, I'll get you, I'll get you, one way or another, I'll get you, I'll get you, one way. Yeah, thank you!
And that wraps up this video of the two islands. So which is your favourite? My own preference is Koh Chang. I must admit I'm biased, partly because I'd already stayed at Koh Chang before, and partly because, in my opinion, Koh Chang is much safer for swimming in the sea. It's far less commercialised than, say, the island of Phuket, but you will still find plenty of bars in the main locations of White Sands and Chai Chet, where my Chang Resort Hotel is situated. On the other hand, if you're looking to chill out away from the more touristy destinations, and soak up the sun by the pool, then Koh Lanta is a very good choice. The island has a rustic charm all of its own, which grows on you the longer you stay. Nighttime entertainment seems to be focused along the shoreline, where my clip of a band at the end of the video was filmed. Its location, a short ferry ride from the mainland town of Krabi, means that you can enjoy day trips to Ao Nang and Railay Beach on the mainland, and also the breathtaking scenery of the Phi Phi Islands and James Bond Island, the location for the film The Man with the Golden Gun. Coming up next in the seventh and final part of the series, I catch the ferry back to the mainland town of Krabi before returning by air to Chiang Mai for the flight back home to the UK. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, and when searching for the channel in the YouTube search box, be sure to enter the channel name exactly as written to ensure that all the videos will be displayed.